The ending of 28 Years Later felt so weird and just out of place, and I absolutely loved it. This is your spoiler warning, so if you've not seen the movie, like this video, go watch it and come on back. The first half of the film is pretty much what we all anticipated from what we saw in the trailer, but the second half of the film takes a complete left turn. The first half of this film does focus on Jamie and his son Spike, who go to the mainland so that way Spike can get his first infected kill. That way he can grow up to be strong, grow up to be a real man in this post apocalyptic world. Now, Spike's mother is sick. She's basically bedridden the entire film, and nobody seems to care, as if they just are accepting that she will die eventually, including his father, Jamie. So Spike sneaks out of their safe home with his mother to try and find a doctor that he heard was on the mainland, and finds out that she ends up having cancer and she dies. The reason why this is so important for the entire message of the film is the fact that the first half of the movie is following his father. The second half of the movie is more on the guidelines of his mother. When Spike is on the mainland with his father, they run into an infected that is hung upside down by his feet with the name Jimmy carved into his stomach, and Jamie is basically telling Spike, kill it. As if this is some type of rite of passage because of the world that they live in, but even the community that they came from said that he's not allowed to leave unless he's 15 years or older, but his father said no, he's fine, even though he's only 12. And then when the movie switches completely and he's now in the infected area with his mom, takes a completely different route when it comes to psychology. There's a moment when they are both dead asleep and there's an infected about to kill Spike, and she wakes up and takes care of the infected herself, but doesn't tell him. She just makes it seem like, oh, I don't know what happened, because she wants to save him. She wants to shelter him as long as she can from this corrupt world. He doesn't need to grow up that fast. He needs to remain as innocent as possible, but still have the capabilities to live in said world. And that brings us to the end of the movie, which is extremely controversial, but I'm telling you, it makes so much sense. At the beginning of the film, we see a bunch of kids watching Teletubbies at the start of the outbreak. The kid who survives and gets away is Jimmy, and we don't see Jimmy until the end of the movie. First of all, this picture goes really hard, but also this is Jimmy now, 28 years later, all grown up, but really, he's not grown up in the head. His childhood was completely ripped away from him, which is why he never got a chance to actually grow up. And if you remember when Spike was about to leave the mainland with his father, he had a Power Ranger action figure that he was going to take with him, decided to leave it behind. Fast forward to the end of the film, he's watching actual Power Rangers save him from the infected, but with a twist of the Teletubbies theme song in metal form, which is very similar to what the Power Ranger theme song actually is. I am going to have to make psychological breakdown videos about specific scenes in this movie because there's so much to break down, and you guys deserve to know why this movie is as good as it is.